Here we have a 2022 on a 22 registration, ADL Enviro 400 MMC, 85 seat, PSVR compliant, belted double deck bus. Now, I rave about these, and I rave about them for one reason, and one reason only. They are massive profit machines, okay? We'll get to that as we work our way around, but let's look at the vehicle first. We've got tree bars fitted, tree deflector bars to both sides. Alloy wheels are fitted. Looking at the bodywork, there's no, apart from, let's have a see if that'll polish. See that? You can't see it, can you? That'll polish there. So, apart from that, bodywork's all good. It's normally skirt panel damage on buses like this, but as you can see, the narrow aluminium panels, they literally bolt on and bolt off. I always say to people, just have a couple painted ready, spares, so you can just take damaged ones off and put new ones on. Under the bonnet, Euro 6 Cummins engine, that's driven through a ZF Ecolife fully automatic gearbox. Reverse cameras also fitted. Commenting on driveline, these vehicles are geared up to do 100 kilometers an hour and are limited as such, so they will sit on the motorway alongside anything else. In fact, down at Wembley a couple of weeks ago for the FA Cup semi, and coming back up the M1, I passed a handful of Skills vehicles, these Enviros, full of Forest fans on the way home. But as I said, very, very straight, clean and tidy for its age. LED destination displays are fitted to front, side and rear. You've got a manual fold-out wheelchair ramp. And then, once we're on board, we'll head upstairs. Staircase isn't offensive. Well, they've got automatic shut-off. In fact, what I'll do, because I don't like leaving buses switched on without the engine running, we'll go and turn that back on. There we go. So, where was I? I was ending up here, wasn't I? So, 85 semi-high back seats, 51 up here, all fitted with 3-point seat belts, trimmed in this very serviceable and practical navy blue maquette. Ideal for the job, these seats. Not too fussy, not too fancy. Easy to keep on top of. USB connectors at every seat. We're wired for CCTV. You'll notice the headroom's quite low in here. That's due to the height. It's 13'10", this vehicle. So in old money, this would be low bridge. You know, so Bristol VRs, MBC Olympians were 13'8". You know, your standard height was 14'6", really. So, you know, you've also got that added benefit of it being a bit more accessible than a standard height double-decker. Downstairs, counting the tip up on the ironing board, 34 seats. Obviously, that one's not belted. So 33 belted. And ADL caught on to something very quickly with this sort of vehicle, in so much that they built a service bus, the Enviro 400, and they've adapted it to be like a semi-coach. Okay, it's not got, listen, it's not a luggage mover because there's nowhere to put it, but for day jobs, even long distance day jobs, they're not uncomfortable. You know, they're not offensive. They look smart. You know, you've got wood effect laminate on here just to make them look a bit smarter. As I said, they've got all the bits and bobs you need. They tick the Euro 6 box, they tick the PSVR box, they tick the seat belted box, and that's why I said the money earners, because 85 seats isn't that far off 249 seaters, is it? But what do you get? Cost of one of these equivocal to a similar age, probably a similar age coach these days is nearer 200,000, but to get the capacity you need 2 of them. That's 400,000. You also need 2 drivers. On here you only need 1. 2 lots of insurance. On here you only need 1. 2 lots of road fund license. On here you only need 1. 2 lots of maintenance costs. On here you only need 1. Can you see what I'm getting at? You know, these are serious money earners, and you'll soon discover these will do a minor amount of mileage compared to a coach. So you're going to be earning more money with less overheads, less fuel costs, less distance, less wear and tear. For me, if I was still operating, these would be a no-brainer, right? You've got to get past the fact that a double-decker is only a school bus. It isn't. This is good for everything. Rail replacement ticks all the boxes. You know, fantastic piece of kit, these. And the only reason that these are for sale is that Jordan is finding here at Ridley's that he gets on better with a 14-metre Catano Levante with 85 seats in. You know, those of you who don't want tri-axle, you don't want 14-metre vehicles, but you need the capacity, this is your answer. And that's what you've got to think about. Good size wheelchair bay as well. As we said, wood effect laminate to the floor. They look the part without being too fussy. Right, cab. Fairly standard for an Enviro. You know, very... So it's a bus cab that's made a bit more coachy, let's be honest. Okay, you've got other switches up here. Obviously, you can monitor the upper deck using that. We have got radio with USB port there if you want to use a thumb drive for your music. PA system. Digital tachograph. This one is the slightly lower mileage one, but we're talking like 7,000 kilometres lower. You know, there's no massive difference in mileage. There's your capacity. So 12 standees as well, 97 total capacity. There's your height, very important. Honestly, for me, nothing not to like. And it's got to be a bonus, built in the UK. So to recap, we have a pair of these. It's a 2022 on a 22 registration. I need to put my teeth in. ADL Enviro 400 MMC, 85 seat, PSVR compliant, belted tachographed, double deck bus.